And the problem was that it was made with Canadian taxpayers' money. This was his take on it. And I think the title of the article that he wrote was, "You Should Know How Bad This Film Is, You Paid For It." A very Canadian accountant type reaction, I must say. More of an accountant than a critic, but never mind. And of course, he neglected to mention that it was the first film that Telefilm made that actually made a profit for the Canadian taxpayers. I mean, the movie cost $185,000 and made $3 million. So that, in those days, that wasn't bad. And the money, therefore, was repaid to Telefilm plus. So even on that level, it was a success, not a failure. Actually, I think it made $5 million, not $3. So, therefore, to get the next film financed by Telefilm, which was going to be Rabid, it was a big problem. And it actually cost me a couple of years of waiting between films to try and get the money together, because at that point, without Canadian government investment through Telefilm, which was then called the Canadian Film Development Corporation, there was no way I could get the movie made. So it really did damage. And I remember saying to the head of the Film Development Corporation, I said, well, there are only 100 people who read, what was the magazine? Saturday Night Magazine. I said, there are only 100 people who read that. And he said, yeah, but it's the wrong 100 people. So they were afraid to invest in Rabid because of the reaction, because questions were suddenly being raised in the Houses of Parliament. What is this horrific movie that we financed? You know, that people were making political capital out of it. And so people were yelling, members of Parliament were yelling at each other about my poor little film Shivers. And so it became a big political football and made it very difficult for me to get Rabid made, though ultimately it did get made. The corporation knew that they should invest in Rabid. They had no doubt. It was just a matter of politics.